Alright, Shalom. Before I start, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Kakudash, and double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace, and mercy, and blessings to the brothers and a few sisters that are fighting the good fight of faith, man. Alright, to y'all that are striving to to uh, uh, uh to to please Yahweh Shema Shai and to do according to His will. And I pray, I pray that the Lord will watch over you and deliver you from your troubles. All right. And so basically, man, I'm gonna go into that the Lord has a favorite people. All right, and He's only going to save those people. All right. And those people are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans, which are biblically known as the Hebrew Israelites. All right, but the world calls us the black Hebrew Israelites when we constantly have to always say it because people call us that hey, this is not a thing of color, man. This is not a thing of color, but it's a thing of a spirit and your bloodline. All right, the deep bloodline that Esau's DNA tests can't go back that far too. All right, man, it can't go back. Way back when. All right. So the Lord has a chosen few people, okay, and that's the remnant of Israel, which are the 1/3 of Israel, and then there is an elect that's in the 1/3, and those are the 144,000. All right. Anyways, this is 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 20, and it says, "So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. And I saw and spared it greatly, and I've kept me a grape of a cluster." Look, a grape of a cluster. Just to put it in just to give an example of with an image. Okay, this is a cluster of grapes right here. This is a cluster. So here would be two clusters. Okay, so actually this is beautiful. I didn't know grapes grew this big like that. But hey, that's to even prove the point that much further. All right, one grape of this whole cluster, so a very small so a very small amount that the Lord has chosen to be kept. It says, "And have kept me a grape of a cluster, and a plant of a great people." It says in verse 22, it says to let the Salakia, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. Whoa, but I thought God only loved. And this is where there comes a great misunderstanding of God. Okay, of who the world calls God, whose true name is Yahweh. It means He is. All right. So it says, "Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain." "And let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect." Like, see, so with great labor, man. So with great, labor, all right, the Lord is waking up and working on the minds of the elect and the 1/3 of Israel. All right. And so those are going to be the ones that are going to be saved from this all-out chaos, chaotic times to come. All right, because you're seeing things unfold throughout the whole planet Earth, man. Okay, you are seeing the signs of the end that it talks about in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. All right, man, uh, uh, you're seeing the wars and the rumors of wars. You are seeing earthquakes in diverse places, man. You're seeing a distress of nations. All right, man. You're seeing signs in the suns, or in the sun and in the moon, and in the firmament, man. All these things are are coming to pass, man. And April, take a look at at how the earth is doing, man. Crops are growing less. The storms are getting worse. The the earthquakes are getting worse. Sinkholes everywhere. Volcanoes are erupting, and all the water that is drinkable is drying up. So these are the times of hell to come. But who is going to be kept? The Lord's great. All right. But the other nations, man, hey, the Lord doesn't really care about them. Just like He didn't care about them back in the times of Noah. All right. And the scriptures say that it says, as it was in the time of Noah, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. All right. And the Lord only saved 8 people on the whole earth. 8 people, man, on the whole earth. So just to prove again, God is not all love. All right. He loves those who who does according to His will. All right. And sincerity. This is Isaiah 40. Let's see. 15, verse 15, and it says, "Behold, the nations," talking about the other nations outside of Israel, "are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, He taketh up the isles as a very little thing." All right. It says, and Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beasts thereof sufficient for a burnt offering. All nations before Him are as nothing, and they are counted to Him less than nothing and vanity. See? And there is no unrighteousness with the Lord. So, Abel, Salakia, damn. Y'all are gonna have to accept this. The other nations were just meant to be servants and to bring their goods unto the Israelites. Alright, man, the scriptures talk about that. That all nations shall go unto Jerusalem, bringing their goods and to learn the law of the Lord, because they're going to be required to keep the law, man. It says Amos chapter 3 and verse 2. I'll start at verse 1, and it says, Hear this word that the Lord Yahweh hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying," okay, so this is only talking to Israel, it says it, "You only have I known of all the families of the earth." Okay, so look, so that's who the Lord is dealing with. Very, very, very plain to understand. "You only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities." And so that's why you see our people in a rough case in these times, because we are in a time of punishment. All right, it's evident that our people are the most talented and the best at everything. But as of right now, man, all right, we are living in a time of punishment, and the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, not forever, but just for the point of our punishment. All right. So Psalms 147 and 19, and it says he showeth his word unto Jacob. Whoa, unto who? Unto Jacob. His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. Look, see. So it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 40 to let all things be done decently and in order. So the correct order of the earth is going to be established after Yahushua returns, and that's who the world calls Jesus Christ. But when he returns and saves and redeems his people, all right, and sets crowns upon the heads of the 144,000 chosen men, then the real Jerusalem is going to be brought about, and order in the earth is going to be established. All the nations are going to be subject unto Jerusalem, aka the Israelites, all right, and they're gonna bring the best of what grows and comes out of their nation to Israel, or to Jerusalem, and learn the law. And that's going to be the order, man, is that Israel is going to be the number one nation, and the other nations are going to know their place. All right? There's going to be an order. It says, he hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise Yahweh. All right, jumping into the next one, just to prove the point even further. This is from the book of Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21. And it says, and she shall bring forth a son, and shall call his name Yahushua, for he shall save his people from their sins. You really gotta pay attention to what's written, because not all people are Yahushua's people, because Yahushua was what? A Hebrew. Alright, let's prove it. It says Hebrews chapter 7 and 14. It says, for it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah. Judah is a what? Is a nation of the Hebrews, man. Okay, the Judites. Okay, Yahweh. It says of the tribe, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood. So look, the Lord came out of a Hebrew tribe, but yet this world has given him a Greek name. The fuck out of here with that, man. So yeah, man, it says that he shall save his people from their sins. His people. That's the key thing, man. You gotta pay attention to the details in the scriptures. Close it out on this. This is from the book of 2nd Esdras. I'll start at 54. It reads, and after these, actually I'll start at 53. It says, upon the 6th day, thou gavest commandment unto the earth, that before thee it should bring forth beasts, cattle, and creeping things. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Of him come we all, and the people also, right? And the people also whom thou hast chosen. Alright? So not all people are chosen. It says, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. Okay, it doesn't say for everyone's sake. And that's why that it goes on to say, as for the other people, which also come of Adam. thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle. So they are like unto spit, man. You spit and you keep it moving, bro. And you don't think about that spit ever again. And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So it's like that if you're carrying a 5-gallon bucket of water, you know, and when you take a step, a small drop, it falls to the ground. You don't give any cares about that drop of water because you got what? Because you got the whole bucket still left. It says, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathen which have ever been reputed as nothing. Look, see, have ever been reputed. So they've always had the reputation of being nothing, of being as nothing. Have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. But we thy people, your people, right? Whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, look, see, man, this is our world to rule. So when you see the incorrect ruler that's in the power seat, the whole earth is in a form of suffering and dying. It says, if the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? All right, and one more. Just to prove the point that I just made. Proverbs 29 and verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And the world is in a state of mourning. Because there's all kinds of suffering and death and sickness and everything of a like that's in the earth right now. So with that being said, I hope and pray that this was edifying. Until the next one, I'm going to say shalom.